Can you imagine being so wet?
Just a downpour of just like heavy monsoon.
In your pants.
Oh, damn. I can imagine.
I was going to say you can't, but I've actually seen some very wet.
My very wet panties.
Hi, hello, and welcome to The Far Side. I am your host, the High Priest. Whew, it is warm in this thing. This is a well-made cloak. First off,
it's giving what are they called? The Grand Wizard.
Austin, the Green Wizard.
Is the Grand Wizard the KKK guy?
Yeah,
we're gonna steer away from KKK allegations.
You might want to pull the hood back a little bit, bud. Yeah, that's looking. Yeah, that's looking a little better.
Yeah, perfect.
I never knew I had an evil twin. What a handsome devil. Oh man, goat definitely farted real bad and all the windows are closed.
Oh my God.
How are you?
Goat!
Thank you, Goat. Goat had a rough day. We had to go to the veterinarian and
I was having a rough night too.
Is making him farts and it's making Leah's night real rough.
I thought I had gas.
You know, your farts, if you've been having them, have thankfully not been stinky.
No, they haven't.
And speaking of monsoons and being wet, I'm sweaty, but also Burning Man. It seems like Mother Nature has decided to show the hippies I associate with my High Priest oracle eye.
Hasn't Burning Man just...
Mother Nature has just been like, God, these people need to get back to the truth of things.
I know. Do you need like an assistant, a hood assistant?
I think one of us might need to be just in case.
We're good. We're good. We're gonna figure this out. There we go.
Burning Man basically just become like the new rich person's playground because
100%.
It's like super expensive to get tickets now. It's like in the thousands of dollars.
Yes.
And people always pay for it. But now the people who are going aren't even close to like what the original crowd used to be.
Correct.
The other part of it is many original goers or burners have made money. You know, they've been going to Burning Man for 20 years. So it's a really good networking event, funny enough. And it became a good networking event because you had a lot of very interesting, creative, adventurous, like entrepreneurial people.
Mm-hmm.
And very enterprising individuals that had like a can-do sort of spirit to it. And that's what made the whole Burning Man festival so attractive. And I mean, Leah and I were talking about it when we went up to see a live podcast taping and see what we're really missing out on. What we realized is some element of performative theater.
We are not nearly as funny as the people we watched.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm funny though. I think my life is a tragedy, and that's kind of funny from an outsider's perspective. But
some people are funny because they're clever. Some people are comedy.
Tragedy and comedy overlap a lot.
Rick Glassman is genuinely very funny.
You know the difference between tragedy and comedy?
A smile or a frown?
You leave the camera running a little longer.
I mean, I find some pretty things to be funny, so I guess it's all about your perspective.
But from like a tension release situation in a movie, for example, when, oh no, the snowmobile ran over my snowman and it turns out my like baby turtle was inside the snowman. Now I'm sad.
What is this movie?
This is a children's movie. It's a traumatic opening to a Disney movie because the turtle's twin sister saw the whole thing and she vowed to get vengeance on the snowmobile driver who was drunk.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
So Burning Man is not going well.
And Rick Glassman is very funny.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Didn't Burning Man...
Wait, I didn't get to my original point. You cut me off. I can't even see
this
the slap coming
of
today.
a story that we're telling.
Hold on, no, like from an example of a movie, the baby turtle gets run over, you just leave it running a little longer, and you see like the street sweeper come by and sweep up the turtle. Like some mundane action happens to break the energy of the tragedy of the drama.
That you just made up this non-existent movie, right?
Based on a common structure in comedy movies and TV.
Got it.
Don't touch my hood, Tyler.
You might want to pull it back, bud.
No, I can see. It's perfect.
If we're talking about the quality of face card, it's me, so it's okay that
Tyler,
we can't
let's
see
face
Austin.
it. We're not the pretty ones here.
I'm not either.
You're right. I'm the eye candy of this show.
I'm sorry. Were you waiting for me to disagree?
No, I'm never, ever expecting you to compliment me or say nice things.
I can't even see what you look like today, Toots.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I've been wearing this all day. It's a coping mechanism.
Yeah, it's him coping with not having cum in 2 years.
Can I like poke the hood?
I would say failure and stress, but you know. And it came in the mail after waiting for it since May.
Wow.
Yes.
Talk about edging.
Seriously edged. Big
Seriously gooned.
Massively gooned.
I hate that word with all my heart.
Why do you hate gooned?
Actually, I also want to hear
it's
about
supposedly so sex positive.
This has nothing to do with sex positivity and
it actually
to do
does.
with
Gooning is a sex positive act.
But who decided that was going to be the slang term? Because it's like such a.
Have you ever seen a man goon?
I don't like the way that word feels to hear. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
It's not supposed to, it's not necessarily a good thing because it's essentially a hypnotic trance brought on by masturbation.
Yeah, exactly. Could they have not called it anything else? It's like awful.
I think it's supposed to be a bad thing.
It sounds bad.
That is the reason why it is a grading term. They didn't call it lollygagging.
I don't want to hear it.
Although lollygagging just sounds like choke sex with gay people.
Lollygagging doesn't really make sense.
It does if you like Genshin Impact.
Like...
Is
that a nerd thing?
No, it's a... lolly is like slang for basically pedophile in Japanese.
Oh.
But it has become conflated with kawaii, which is like a cutesy type thing that's popular in like manga, and when I go to like the grocery store, the clerks are very like kawaii. They have like these, cutesy like the heads.
What grocery store are you going to? Oh, man, that's not my experience at Mother.
So the girls that like, we'll bleep a little bit of this, I guess, but the one with like the dyed hair that's split, and then the little gal that looks kind of Jewish with the, she's always wearing like some kind of beanie and like gloves.
I don't know if I've seen her. The girl with like the black and white hair is the white girl, right? She's kind of tall.
What?
No, I'm talking about the Latina gal that has like bicolored blue and pink.
I go to almost every day.
I know. The fact you don't know these people is kind of shocking to me because I go there less than you and I know who they are.
Well,
they're women. I'm just always dying.
They're women, but also like, first off, I'm probably going to edit this entire little bit out because it is so obnoxiously boring.
Is it?
Please.
I actually think that like all the things you think that are interesting are boring. I cannot tell you how much I actually just hate podcasts so much.
I know. Then why did you agree to be on this?
I don't know.
Because being on a
I'm
podcast
obsessed
is
with myself.
better.
Probably. I'm like, I'm so charming and silly.
And see, part of the fun is I get to sit here and be Darth Austin and go, Leah, actually, no, I love you, but no.
Well, we're just interested in different things. I think if you and I had like a off contest, like if you want to, I feel like I'd take you out.
No, you wouldn't.
Wait, what are the terms and the rules of this?
First off, a gooning competition or a jerk-off competition?
Like,
You're both in separate rooms. You have your favorite device and your favorite position.
Jerk-off is longevity, jerk-off is frequency. Gooning competition is length and duration.
I meant that as like a metaphor for I'm just gonna stop there. As much as I want to be like an ego-driven, I also am like, I don't want people to look at me and be like, Leah is obnoxiously narcissistic. Because I don't actually think I'm a narcissist.
I don't think so either.
Classic sign of actually being a narcissist.
But if we were, I don't know,
Actually,
if we were to go toe to toe with your concept of a podcast and then I started my own podcast doing whatever the I think that my brain rot would probably skyrocket over your
Pseudo-intellectualism?
Yeah, exactly. And it has nothing to do with your level of intelligence because you are smarter than me.
Do you know what pseudo-intellectualism means?
Yeah, but you might think that it's that, but you are definitely just more intelligent than me if we're talking about your span of knowledge about different topics.
Knowing a little about a lot of things is not a sign of intelligence.
Yeah, I don't think you're a fucking master. I think I'm more emotionally intelligent than you.
Negative.
Yeah, I am. It's okay. You have a dick. You can't help it.
No, I'm actually much more emotionally sensitive than I let on. The difference is I don't have time to deal with everyone's emotions, considering how capricious and fleeting they are. How often people are being lied to by their own emotions and their own feelings, and how they are unwilling to do the work to discern whether or not their feelings are a lie to themselves, whether their feelings are a truth of their own existence. People barely look up enough in TikTok to figure out whether or not they actually feel what they feel during the day. That's why I don't deal with people's feelings. It's not because I'm not emotionally sensitive or intelligent. It's because people's feelings are most of the time a waste of time.
Well, you could say that about literally all people's feelings in every capacity.
I do. I'm an absurdist. I think that for most things, I think therapy is a cul-de-sac and a waste of time and a kind of like a herd mentality for keeping normal people normal.
I think maybe it's exploited, but I think therapy has done a lot of good things for people.
I think modern talk therapy is a normal person's way to keep normal people on. I don't think, are there forms of therapy that are good for people with mental illness and disorders? Yes. But that's specialized psychiatric work that should be done with not a therapist, but an actual psychologist or psychiatrist. Someone that actually has a greater working knowledge of the brain and the body and the mind, not just a therapist who has maybe some good experience or not, but one of the big problems with BetterHelp and a few of these other therapy apps is you're essentially getting people fresh out of college that are 25, zero life experience, and you're going to them with your thoughts or something, and they're just I don't know what to do with this because I've never really experienced bad things and I haven't been in the field long enough to develop the correct skills to help you with your mundane existential problems, let alone someone who's dealing with schizoaffective disorder or an actual personality disorder. They don't have the qualities to diagnose someone that they're actually dealing with as being worse off than they are letting on. Oftentimes they enable people's mental illness, and a bad therapist or even a mediocre therapist who's not calling their patient out on their bad behavior and forcing them to work on it, but is just enabling their bad behavior and kind of treating them as a friend. I see it happen all the time. And it actually, I think, makes people worse. It's one of the big problems with Los Angeles. Therapy culture, I think, is part of why movies are so bad right now. You need f***ed up people making art. That's just how it is. I'm sorry. You need people whose chosen form of coping with the suffering they deal with as art, above all else, often sustaining their own life and existence. Those are the people that should be making films, and they're not, because they're difficult to work with. They're often hard to insure, but you need to just work through that. You have the money, you have the sustainability, and you have the structure. And obviously these normal people that have a Netflix upbringing and were raised on video games and comic books weren't f***ing for you guys, were they? So yeah. Am I not emotionally sensitive? Sure. Are people's feelings capricious and fleeting? Yes. That's also because we've been taught to overly identify with our emotions and our feelings in a way that I think is unhealthy for people. And that's something that cognitive behavioral therapy can help you with, sure. But modern talk therapy, the way it often works, is exacerbizing people's self-absorbed thinking.
I think you're over-intellectualizing it.
Nope.
How about your feelings, Tyler?
Feelings, Tyler.
No, I want to hear about them. Do you even have them? Because honestly, like, you
Sometimes
are so
I wonder.
deadpan.
No, of course I have feelings.
When's the
Obviously,
last time you cried?
Last time I cried, I don't know, years.
Sure. Yeah, no.
What made you cry? Oh my god.
I think I can't. To be honest, I cannot remember.
That's soulless.
Right, Leah? See
What?
what I deal with?
No.
And then he deals with you.
Well, okay. So back up over here.
I'm not defending myself. I just think sometimes he gets overemphasized as the good one. But it's like, no, he's weird too.
Do movies make you cry or like sad?
No, it doesn't make me
tropes?
sad, but
No?
it's just like maybe I don't go to like I guess like some people would say like a certain extreme, or in other cases normal. Where
I've watched him be completely dry-eyed while we put our animals down.
Well,
well,
some people cope
I'm
with
very
pain.
sad. I'm just like trying to keep it together at that moment.
Is that a societal pressure that you feel?
I mean, just for me, like,
Or is it just
I just
being
like to keep, if I do, I just like to keep it in private. Well, I mean, like, I do like to be, like, I mean, I'm sad, but I'm not just, I guess, in just certain situations, I just don't let it out. Because I've always felt like, for me, it's just, like, the best place to do it is, like, hey, I want to be really sad, but that's where I kind of just, like, hey, I'm going to just take some alone time. Right now.
Yeah. I'm not, like, sobbing it out in public or anything, so I get that, but I'm crying.
I mean, will I shed a tear? Yeah, like, when I lose a dog, yeah, a couple tears come out. I'm pretty sad.
Oh yeah, a couple tears.
Yeah, and they're crocodile tears. They're real tears.
Aww.
I believe you, they're real tears, but like...
But, like...
Usually that's when men cry, is the death of a dog.
I know, I mean...
Death of a cat.
Yeah.
If you're a cat daddy, like Tyler.
Yeah, that is sad.
I
would cry if your cats died.
I guess it's also how to come to terms with what's happening, like usually when we're putting it down versus is it sudden.
It's not about intellectualizing the sadness. It's about feeling the feeling of the sadness and having yourself give your like kind of somewhat involuntary capacity over to it.
But not everyone feels that way.
Yeah, I'd probably just say I agree with you. I think that's probably a better way to be going about it. I guess for myself, maybe it's just usually I'm a bit more of a bottle and a plug. But I'd say probably do.
Butt plug.
Yeah, definitely is butt plug right in that bottle. So it's going to take a lot more effort because that sphincter is holding it in tight.
Oh my god.
Nobody patri fili Spiritu Sancti, Tyler's butt plug.
Go.
The way you guys speak so cavalier about your this makes me think that
Most men.
It's a spectrum. What are you talking about?
No, most men gay or
you guys are
straight.
gay.
Most men gay or straight are pretty cavalier about conversation about their genitalia and or sphincters.
I don't know.
I think I'm like 5% gay because I assume bigger dicks are better than little dicks.
I think that all men are gay.
But how
I
gay?
don't.
Like gay enough. Austin, you are arguably gayer than most.
And I have had more opportunities to have sex with men than most. And I have not taken it a single time, so.
I come off as too friendly.
Oh
No,
my
Tyler,
God.
you come up as someone that would be like boring to have sex with.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying that for
I would
said was a
be
gay
a
man's
power
perspective.
top.
I don't think that you understand how women feel. Why do you think...
I never said about women. I was talking
Not to
from a gay
objectify
man's
your
perspective.
brother or you.
No,
I guess
said from
you're here. I
a
can
gay
talk to
man's
you.
perspective.
Yeah.
From a gay man's perspective, Tyler looks like a sweet, boring, little nerdy engineer boy.
I don't think
No,
Tyler
he's
looks
just-
like a boring...
He's just playing.
I'm
I mean, to be
I'm
fair,
saying-
Austin's the one in the robe right now. So, I mean, is he starting his own cult, or is he just like, hey, ladies, and just pull it all out? Like, and this is the start of the documentary?
I'm more likely to faint from heat exhaustion.
Well, this is your choice.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
This
I'm
is...
suffering for my art.
You could have done really well at Burning Man right now.
I hate Burning Man.
Have you been?
No.
Wait, so what is the disaster happening at Burning Man right now? Is it the tickets? Is it the weather like last time?
It's
It's
Mother
monsoon
Nature.
season.
Mother Nature. Okay, so what has Mother Nature decided that I need to punish these, I guess, wealthy hippies?
They're not really hippies. They're cosplaying as hippies, most of them. I know some people that are more genuine hippies that are going. But one of the things that I think has ruined Burning Man on a very fundamental level for people, say like Leah or myself, who are maybe always interested but never had the money or the access to go. When you get to a place in life where you can maybe go, or I could have maybe last year, can't squeeze it this year. Just the people that are going are advertising how annoying they are online the entire time. And it's like, I thought the whole point of this was to have a big, massive, pop-up city of art and culture and self-expression and self-love and all these things and the radical self-acceptance that people have preached to me in the past. And it sounds cool, checking out the art, meeting the weird hippies out in the desert, seeing what is and is not the CIA doing some weird, strange psyop experiment will MK Ultra hold over. Because I've heard from a few people that are long-time burners that you start to notice weird patterns that might actually be government, kind of doing some strange studies on people and psychedelics and hypnosis, influence, culture, etc. Because you can get away with doing some weird stuff to people. I've heard of people being basically blindfolded and then kept in the dark for a week.
Okay.
Yeah, you can leave at any time, but we're also going to encourage you to stay in here and do this experiment, this art installation where we will feed you and play music and just control your life on all ends for a week and just see how long you just sort of sit and take it. It's some of the weirdest thing ever. We'll feed you ketamine and see if you just sit there.
But so who's doing this?
The government.
Damn.
Honestly, the things like that I hear do sound like government, or maybe even kind of the American version of doctor that's coming out of a university going, I've always really wanted to try this.
I have never heard that, and I know lots of people who are basically lifelong burners or people who have gone to Burning Man in the last 10 years. I don't know. I've never heard anything like that. I've heard it's a giant drug fest.
For the most part it is, but there's also a very weird...
That sounds awesome.
Ugh,
but also at the same time really
situation
because of that.
But yeah, I mean, look up Burning Man sexual assaults. They happen.
Well, right.
It's not free-loving, freewheeling consent is, you passing through the entrance of the thing. And a lot of people do treat it that way. So, there's this whole veneer of it as this perfect utopian party. But
that's ignorant.
They often keep police out when they're trying to investigate, for example.
Nothing is holy, nothing is sacred, not even at Burning Man.
Oh, especially Burning Man is not holy nor sacred.
Yeah, it is lawlessness.
It's hedonism.
But
you
also...
could say there's a divine element to hedonism in some capacity, but it is hedonism. Hedonism is by nature of being hedonism, not a sacred thing.
I mean, it's sacred for me.
It's a revelation of pleasure. It could be sacred if I suppose you're taking a sacred attitude toward it, but it doesn't have the same sacrosanct nature that maybe worshiping in a grove or going to Stonehenge and hanging with your buddies and your cloaks.
Okay, it's oddly specific.
You never gather with your friends in nature at a grove in your cloaks?
I'd have to get friends first to gather with them, but I'll put that on my to-do list.
Technically, they're not friends, they're members.
Of your cult, got it, okay. Well, to further elaborate on your question about what's going on at Burning Man, so I know people who went to Burning Man way back in the day, old-ass people who are our parents' age. That's rude. They're not old-ass people. They're just more experienced.
But aware on the track.
I do think that before social media and before it was kind of diluted, it was more of this free loving everything. You barter for everything, and now it's become become overrun by capitalism, just like everything else. And now it's a bunch of influencers who go and lots of famous DJs who do these huge sets, and it is just a big opportunity for marketing for the most part. And
it's just like it destroys the brand. And I think a lot of these venues know they're like, hey, we're probably going to get another like 10 to 20 more years out of this, and then it's just going to crash and burn.
It's and like you see the photos, the aerial photos of the traffic, 7-hour traffic jam in the middle of fucking nowhere.
So 15-hour traffic jam today because of high winds and slight like rain conditions.
That's
to
so
like
ridiculous.
Conditions. Well, it's monsoon season in which they're doing it, and monsoon season has kind of shifted over the years. I think it's part of it as is happening with climate change, or whatever is going on there. The road is like pretty small, and then there's a fair amount of intake going in. You know, people got to get to the right camp, all these other things. But in order to try to preserve the playa, and which is considered kind of like a sacred place by the natives in the area, that they don't want to like completely destroy it with all the traffic, so that's why they have these traffic jams instead of letting people roll over the mud. But part of the problem is, and this is what I was like arguing with people in the comment section of Instagram and Twitter, is it is this like sustainability, leave no trace, utopian idea of a thing. But you watch all these videos of these monsoon winds ripping through these tents, and what do you think's going to happen? That just sent literal tons of trash, garbage, refuse, name it, grass. Stuff that can actually cause very serious damage to the local ecosystems all over that very delicate desert.
Yeah, I heard that usually what they do is they like sweep it all up, or like they have to like take off the top layer.
Often what happens is it gets deposited in a lot of the local small communities, say like along the 395 or the 15, basically every highway out of there. The locals that live in these towns are just fed up with how much bullshit that gets dumped in their town by all these losers that just go, hey, super great, sustainability, leave no trace, yada, yada, yada. And then they just dump everything in Reno and talk about it.
But they also don't clean up after themselves on the playa because
there are designated teams, right?
But there's like tons of reports and evidence of people leaving broken bikes and this and that, and someone
they take the
else
bikes,
is responsible for figuring out what to do with someone else's bullshit. But it's just like a microcosm of, I think, just humanity in general on this planet. Like, we come into a sacred space and we fuck it up, and like that's just what we do.
Wait, may I say, initially there's almost always good intentions, and usually good practice too. Like, the people that started Burning Man probably would be very dismayed to see what it's become today.
Well, because look how many people go. There's nothing sustainable about like the volume.
The thing to me that was like the most, this is fundamentally dead compared to the old Burning Man, was they have live streams now.
Yeah.
There are people just live streaming Burning Man from the top of their RV 24/7. And like that, to me, that's almost a betrayal of what these people are claiming is sacred.
Well, you're not supposed to like take photos, I thought you weren't even supposed to have any sort of like media devices. And then at some point that changed. Obviously.
Yeah, I think filmed cameras were barely okay. Yeah. But it's just like it's
because the whole thing was like
it kept going.
Mm-hmm. Part of the interesting element of it was the art of impermanence, of just that these people would build all this stuff and then they would either take it down, disassemble
or burn it to the ground.
Exactly, destroy it.
Yeah, burn the Burning Man,
burn the man. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
So like, which initially is a throwback to like old, I think British, specifically Druidic, hence type things with the Wicker Man, where people would build up a large Wicker Man and then sacrifice other animals or people inside of it. Usually on special holy days like solstices and things, but they also think it might have been a punishment. And punishment back in the day would have been viewed as something to like, well, hey, if the whole society is going to gather and get rid of this guy and use our like judicial power as a authority within the tribe or the village or whatever the society was called, that we might as well offer it to the gods. We might as well let the gods know, like, hey, this energy that we're expending, this human life, we're not just going to like waste it. That's the way they view it. Like the energy of the escape should be done as a fertility rite, usually as a rite of renewal for spring. Hence Wicker, because you've got a lot of dead stuff that you can gather, make a big Wicker man out of it. Also a great Nick Cage movie. Great bad Nick Cage movie.
I mean, some of the installations they do build or burn down are absolutely fucking amazing. And some of the art installations they have there are still absolutely sick.
Yeah, for
But,
sure.
yeah, at the end of the day, it just turned into, as you've just described, Austin, it just turned into the opposite of everything it was originally intended for.
The magic was lost because it was so coveted by people who don't understand the fundamental elements that made it magical. And they just wanted to commodify it and also like show it off. It's that ego element of, you know, back in the day, like social capital, but nowadays clout. Like I saw some video of a realtor who was out showing off like how dusty his camp was and how cool it was the setup day before, and you know he was in his burner outfit that looked, I mean, hey dude, self-expression, but tacky as all hell. And it was just, and then at the end he was like, so follow me for more, and hey, you know, if you want any information about homes in the Arizona blah 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 area, like send me a DM, I'm happy to help you. And it's become like, oh, look at me, if I go do this thing, yeah, it's fun, I'll do some drugs, I'll dance, I'll maybe sleep with some random people in a very like fun orgy type house way, go right in. But also like, look at me, I'm this like cool, edgy, adventurer type person. Then that conglomerates with a bunch of tech people who are fuck people. Like they're fundamentally, many of them, very depressed and anxious individuals. That's why they had this huge chip on their shoulder about saving the world and doing all these other things. Well, then they achieve, some of them, actual business success, and they're like, oh, my problem's not solved, but also people still don't think I'm cool. So they go to the thing that's like, what's like a thing that cool people go to? Burning Man.
Yeah, they should just go to Coachella instead. It's already made for them.
100%.
But
Burning Man is more expensive than Coachella.
But that's also what the exclusivity is, part of luxury today.
I want to go to the gathering of the ICP fans. Yes. Yes.
The gathering of the Juggalos.
I feel like
I heard there's only $200 now. Being in the next couple years, that's going to become the next one. Juggalos will be kicking.
No, you can't just go there. You have to have thick skin, hang and party with those people.
You also maybe need to like know people. I was watching an Instagram reel where they were doing the Juggalette beauty show, and someone threw a raw chicken foot up there.
I just feel like
guess how the winner was decided.
Who had the biggest tits?
It has to do with the raw chicken foot.
Oh, who did someone put in their pussy?
It's the Juggalo Fest.
So yes, okay. See, this is why I need to go. Like, okay, that doesn't sound far fetched.
She was sent to the OBGYN.
Like, I feel like that's how you get a Botticelli infection.
I don't know what that means. I don't want a chicken.
Botticelli is a painter. Or no, Botticelli is a composer. Andrea Botticelli? Am I wrong?
But
producer Tyler, hurry the up.
I think it's Bocelli.
Oh, sorry.
Someone look up Botticelli. I know that's like a name.
I think you're thinking of like a...
I do want to mention that earlier when you guys were talking about
Sandro Botticelli is an Italian painter, and that is not who you were thinking.
Then it was, because I meant the Italian painter.
You said Andre.
No, they said Botticelli.
And Andre
Bocelli,
yes.
Right? Yeah. So Andre Bocelli and Sandro Botticelli. Yeah.
Got it.
I intentionally was planning on making a joke about an Italian Renaissance guy as instead of, you know, whatever the infection would be.
I'm just thinking about like, I haven't put anything in my pussy that is like even close to a raw chicken leg.
Just a quick
Actually,
PSA.
like a dick is kind of like a raw chicken leg.
No,
Just a PSA. A dick is not the same
Yeah,
as a
I'm
raw
not-
chicken leg. Please do
yeah.
not put any raw chicken
I'm
legs
kinda-
in
raw.
your
No,
orifices.
As someone who has
I guess they're
been
both-
around some dicks very closely.
Have you ever been around
I mean,
chickens?
I'm gonna say you're fair to
Yes.
the
Have you ever
shape
seen what chickens live in?
Okay,
and the color.
Yeah,
But
but
The
it's
scaliness?
one is an actual raw meat leg, and the other one is a mammal flesh.
I mean, women are trying to like cleanse their vaginas with like steam and herbs and stuff, which is so bad. So
Yoni
it's like,
steaming.
yeah. So like, how bad could the chicken leg be?
My favorite
Just see
is
a doctor.
the women who
I'm
are
sure it wouldn't
free
smell great
bleeding.
afterwards.
Have you heard of free bleeding?
I do it. Not like when I'm in the thick of it, but like the last day of my period when I'm spotting, I'll just like, yeah, I'll wear like a pair of black underwear. Yes, I've heard it. I'm not going to put a tampon in there and fucking get cancer.
I'm not saying it's bad. I think it is weird when women start
Have you
saying
tried
a reel on Instagram or TikTok or whatever of them doing yoga and having a caption saying, "I'm free bleeding right
Yeah, I'm
now.
not doing
releasing
that."
all my like wild woman energy into the forest." Meanwhile, there's like people walking behind them because they're at a public park.
Yeah, I'm not like heavily bleeding, just like right into my clothes. But also, you know,
And writhing around doing primal stretch yoga.
and I
Instagram.
guess you know what,
It's the
you know
same
what,
for
you
film
fucking
quality.
feral bitch, go crazy, I guess. But yuck, because period blood smells rancid. It's gross. So yeah, I guess be a disgusting.
I have smelled some period blood, and not all of it is rancid.
I think maybe
Well,
after it's been in
Austin
your
is
legs.
the audience of, you know, radical acceptance. So Austin will eat your bloody pussy, ladies. He loves it.
Sorry, Mom.
He does.
I'm not a respectable man.
No. What were you saying, Tyler?
Well, I'm
Have
just
you
gonna
ever eaten out a woman on her period?
I call it.
No.
I call it being a werewolf.
Have you ever put
Does it
period
come up
blood
all
in your
bloody?
mouth?
I've gargled it a couple times. You know, just like take it like you're just like, you know, some mouthwash.
Oh yeah, I like to take the little like Dixie cup thing that women like suction cup on to the cervix thing.
The diva cup.
Diva cup, that's right. And I just like to give it a quick little like.
What is that for?
Sniff.
Oh yeah, no, I remember.
You know, like having.
What is the diva cup for?
No, I remember.
You literally shove it into your the depths of your hole,
Oh, boy, this is gonna be some editing.
and it catches all your blood. I've had multiple friends have it stuck in there. I worked with a girl who had to get it removed. I had to go in and get it removed, and she had a rancid yeast infection from it. So
Ooh, that gave me a very distinct feeling in my abdomen.
yeah, but I feel like
My
you're
butt
really
will
into
pepper
that.
it up. Just a little bit.
Austin loves a good free
just
bleed
a little
in his
bit.
mouth.
For the sake of the bit, yes, but like at that level,
No, that's
when it's like stuck in
unsanitary.
you and just like, you know, uncorked, like that's rough. That sounds like a very unpleasant experience.
I would look like the puppets from Team World, Team America, just vomiting everywhere in the alley.
Oh.
Team America World Police. My God, I should have gotten the movie correct.
I don't know. That's it. Like some women's period blood tastes all right.
Okay. I guess if you're in love, have you ever been in love?
Because
Austin?
they were taking
I
herbs and
honestly
spices.
don't know at this point.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The emotionally unintelligent men, unfortunately, have not.
I would agree.
We're two
with that.
golems.
Well, actually, that's not true because
I
I've
know
had
that
I've had a
before.
man who. Oh,
A
actually, I don't know
Newfoundland
if he
food.
like tasted it. Very unafraid of on my period, but I don't think I had one dude. Can you bleep this out? It's pretty graphic. I was like, I was like, oh, I mean, disgusted, but also intrigued.
Was that guy me?
No. What?
No.
I've done that.
No.
I might need to
No.
bleep that.
It was my
Now
ex
you- now
who's a
you-
chef, you know? He's just a man of taste.
Well, that's
But at the same time,
odd.
I mean, I appreciate the pun. I just got that actually. So you know what? high five for that.
Thank you. You, Austin. Oh my god.
You missed it.
I guess I'm not seasoned enough to understand.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Pun intended.
Austin, honestly, I feel like you should get pegged. Not by me, but by someone. Every time I hang out with you, I'm like, this man should be in the ass hard.
By She-Hulk.
Yes.
Mainly because she's a female lawyer.
Yes.
No. Sorry, y'all. I don't know if my computer was shorting out or if we need to finally upgrade the camera setup from my 4 or 5-year-old Logicam Supreme. It's not that supreme, you can tell by the less than 1080p quality. If anyone has any suggestions for how we can upgrade the optical side of the podcast, please let us know. We are in dire straits. I am obviously a pen to paper sort of dude. So, on that note, like, share, subscribe, comment. It does do a lot for us in the algorithm as a budding podcast venture. Thank you. And Leah, I can't remember what we were talking about towards the end, but you had something you wanted to say about Snoop Dogg and his fear.
Before we get to that, I just wanted to know if you bought this camera to jerk off into.
Absolutely not. In fact, that's why I have tape over my laptop camera, because I fear that I am the sort of person that someone actually would try and hack their camera.
That is very vain of you.
Also,
yes, but also I'm one of the few guys. I'm one of the few guys I know that's been roofied.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
I thought I was just drunk and hungover, and then I ran it by a doctor, and he was like, "You sound like you got roofied."
What were you saying, Tyler?
I love it when
Yeah,
I
I
say
can't remember.
a doctor said something, and when people are like, Austin's being a bitch, and then I'm like, no, like a literal medical professional told me.
I know,
that he
I
thought
just
was
like have
roofied.
had really bad experiences with doctors, so I'm just like, Dr. Schmockter, doctors. Not all
Yeah,
of them,
but
but
this one was a good doctor, and
try being a woman and going to the doctor. Anyways, I don't want to cry about having a vagina right now. Were you going to say something?
I've had chronic health issues since I was 15. You think I don't have a bone to pick with bad doctors too? Like, come on.
I know, we were talking about your fucking torturous dentist.
No, but also, I've seen an actual medical doctor that went on to lose his license.
I don't.
So the fact that I've seen 2 medical doctors, even though one's a dental office doctor, that have lost their license is like obscenely rare. Statistically speaking, from like a malpractice perspective. No, I just have bad luck, according to another doctor that diagnosed me. Because I asked him, I was like, do I have immune compromisation issues?
No.
Bad luck, he said.
Yeah, that's a diagnosis.
From a Jewish doctor, yeah.
This cape smells
Jewish
like
doctor.
you now.
What do I smell like?
Patchouli.
Is that a good smell?
I don't know. It smells like... It kind of reminds me of my Aunt Marlo, and that's actually not her original name. She changed it.
You know, I'm glad it's a familiar, happy scent. I
don't know if happy. She's f***ing crazy,
well,
but
maybe it's the pheromones.
you guys are
maybe it's crazy
similar.
bitches got the same pheromones.
You guys are kind of similar.
Okay, well,
she's been into Mother's Market since like the inception of Mother's Market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe has just made us all smell the same.
It smells like you don't wear deodorant, and not in like a bad way, just in like a way. It's okay, because I wear deodorant and it smells like I don't.
I wear deodorant to, like, work and stuff. I don't wear antiperspirant.
I basically just wash my pussy.
Hot.
Right? Do you wash your pussy, Tyler?
Tyler washes his pussy. He likes to put a little, like, distilled vinegar.
Okay, pickles.
A little white wine vinegar.
Whoa, I'm not pickling down there.
What? You get your vaginas 3 to a dozen.
Even though I love the pickle Rick episode.
At the farmer's market. Brined in kimchi juice.
Do you like do beets and stuff to make it pink? More pink?
No, everything you do with beets turns red. Makes everything like you do when you're dying.
Pickled eggs are pink.
Pickled vaginas, also pink.
That's why I was thinking if you wanted your pussy to be nice and pink, you could
Unless
start
they were
using
period
beets
vaginas.
with your vinegar.
Unless they were period vaginas, and then they'd be red.
I am a bigger fan of olive oil.
That's what we call a callback, kids. It's all about timing. I did that just to traumatize Leah because fun story.
No. We're not going to tell that
We're
story.
not going to tell that story. Okay, well, hey, hold on real fast. We saw the Rick Glassman live show. Leah was kind enough to get us tickets. Very funny. We got to step up our game. Shout out to Rick Glassman. He is my new bucket list guest.
Oh, I thought you were going to say...
No, because I will respect your privacy, although I will say that was a very ballsy move, and I do respect your move quite a bit. He doesn't know what he's missing, but also...
We are not talking about this!
Rick Glassman and I are spiritual siblings. As an autistic Jewish-looking man and an autistic Jewish man, he went up there and ranted about how the sounds of other people chewing make him feel. And I think I was one of 2 people in the audience laughing.
I mean, I understand that because, like, I do.
Oh yeah, but it was me and one person back, like 3 or 4 rows behind us, and in the other section that was also laughing.
The crowd was easily. I don't know if I've been
spooked.
in a room
spooked.
of more strange people in my life.
I have. It was at a Dan Deacon concert. I think that's the only time.
Every time I think I'm weird, I do something that is actually weird or
Fringe.
weird adjacent, and then I'm like, I'm not as weird as I think I am.
Yeah, fringe theater is a great way to feel much more normal than you think of yourself.
I wish I were.
Wow, I'm
weird.
actually real kind of milquetoast, aren't I?
I know. I don't want to be this normal. Well, I guess it's
I'm
relative.
chocolate chips without the chips.
Yeah, but I feel like we're just like foxes in chickens' clothing.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Like,
I like
we're
being
not
a hot
exactly
dwarf.
wolves in sheep's clothing, but we're definitely not like sheeps in wolf tattoos,
No.
talking about how they don't care for the opinions of sheep because they are lions.
Mm,
I love memery on Facebook. It's real tough shit.
that's so tough. I
Nothing
can't believe
more.
you're still just sifting through the Facebook.
I get the screenshots to Instagram like a proper adult.
Yeah. That's how I get my TikTok content. Because, like, I can't actually go on TikTok because I don't have one.
So speaking of the TikTok content that you ingest like an adult through Instagram, as God intended, as is the natural way,
Yes.
you had a hot take on the questionably great Snoop Doggy Dogg, Double G.
I know. Well, he's apparently afraid of the gays.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What happened?
He said that he is afraid to go to the cinema because of the gay themes and having to explain like gay and lesbian parents to his children and grandchildren. And I'm like, you're afraid? Like you're fearful?
Dude,
Because he just doesn't know how to
he
explain.
make porn?
Didn't he
was a
perform at the inauguration of our felon? I don't know if Trump's a convicted rapist, but convicted felon.
Technically not a no.
But he
But
did have to lose
alleged
charges
president?
for sexual assault.
So you're
Settled
less concerned
lawsuits.
about
That's different. That's not
sexual
defamation,
assault
technically speaking.
in the highest office in this country. That's like, that's cool. But the
I think you
gays,
have to
terrifying.
I think you have to be accused of sexual assault to get any office in this country.
For some people,
They have to have dirt on you. Like when you get to a certain echelon on the ladder, it's an insurance policy. They have to have you molesting some poor child on an island so that they know that you're part of the team and that you're going to play ball.
You really make everything worse.
I do, because frankly, I do see the world as much more evil than it is actively presented as, because evil people exist. They start out with good intentions, but then there's also people who have a sick predilection for children, and their way of exercising that without going to prison is embedding themselves in places of power. It's a whole documented phenomenon sociologically. It goes along whether it be aspirational lines, where often people put themselves in businesses of aspirational quality, say like film, or the church, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Olympics, where the dream or desire that the victim has is utilized, manipulated, as a way of keeping it their little secret, that sort of thing. That is, if you tell, then it's going to prevent you from becoming a champion. It's going to prevent you from becoming close to God. It's going to prevent you from getting into the movie that you've been sacrificing so much to get into. So they manipulate their way into positions that, they know are advantageous for them. And if people don't call that out in society, it allows their rot to fester. And I think that's what's happened in the last 40 or 50 years. That it's just sort of becomes an allowed thing. And then people get to whatever about it. And then all of a sudden there's Snoop Dogg being like, I'm afraid of the lesbians in Pixar movies, so I'm not bringing my children to them. Dog, weren't you a gangster?
I know.
That's the least gangster thing I think I've ever heard you say. Maybe I have no expertise on what gangster is or not. I mean, I look very gangsta.
Yeah.
Super gangsta.
Well, also, he's friends with Martha Stewart, who is one of the most down-ass bitches alive. Did you see her documentary?
Yeah.
Insane woman. She's cold.
She's a specimen.
She's cold. But still, it's just such a ridiculous thing to say. Like, it's embarrassing. Get over it. I'm just, like, why are we still giving a shit about the gays? Why do you care that people are gay?
Well, because the boomers are upset.
Why?
Honestly,
because
hot take, and I think this is something that doesn't enter the cultural conversation, and it should. There are a lot of people that are not afraid of gays. They are disgusted by them. And
get over it.
Telling people to get over a reflex reaction always works, right?
Mind your own business. Get the over it. It really is as easy as that. Mind your own business.
Well, devil's advocate, if you're then putting it in movies, it's now their business because their money is going to paying for a ticket. So
you're putting your straight relationship in my face in movies. I'm offended. I'm disgusted by that.
Most of the audiences are straight. You don't have to see the movie either.
That's not necessarily true.
But it also is.
What if I'm straight and I'm disgusted by it? What about pansexual, asexual people who, whatever?
I think most people don't care. And I think Snoop Dogg is trying real hard to stay relevant. And that's one way to stay relevant, is to gaslight a bunch of people who care more about gay rights or care more about you caring less about gay rights or gay people and their lives. And when Snoop Dogg is just trying to stay relevant as an older man in a world that is constantly evolving and moving away from the things that he knows and values.
Yeah, he should just coast on the fact that, like, he'll probably go get over this, like, one little... I mean, he's had many blips, but I think Snoop Dogg's just an old school legend.
He almost went to prison for a long time for murder.
Oh, yeah. So he's definitely
like,
the worst
thing. If you look
thing.
into that, like, he very likely killed the guy and got off because he's an FBI informant.
Yeah, I was just kind of circling back to the...
Like, I'm not defending Snoop Dogg, don't get me wrong. Like, it's just like... He does not stand upon the moral high ground.
No, he doesn't, and that's one thing. That's why when he's like weird and it's gross, it's kind of like, hey, dude, like you've done some of those extreme things. I was just saying that he's just an older dude that's just kind of be like, as you were saying, going towards irrelevance.
Yeah.
So he is clawing and doing back, but he should just be coasting on the fact that he's an old school legend. But that's why he works so well with Martha Stewart, is because it's 30 years from now, so he seems like this old. He's basically like this old. I mean, he should just get kind of that old rapper. He should have like that
with your head.
No, I gotcha. He should just really be having like this like old character moments of just being like, hey, I used to be this rapper, but now I'm turning baking cookies. He should just like keep that persona going. For him to be like, hey, I'm gonna try to be hard again, it's like, dude, don't.
I don't think he's trying to be hard.
No, I don't think it's hard to hate on the gays.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's black conservative.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he's
it's
trying
like
to appeal to the black conservative crowd that's becoming a stronger audience online.
Mm-hmm.
I hate.
It's culture worship.
I hate everything about it. It's annoying. It's annoying to have those sound bites. It's like
it goes super viral on Twitter though. You know,
well,
it's like that
luckily
talk about
Taylor
last week,
Swift got
all that
engaged,
stuff.
so that it was like a tsunami over.
Talk about more shit I find super
that
annoying. Taylor Swift is going to be remembered as a 21st century robber baron alongside Andrew Carnegie, Vanderbilt, all these people. She has done some truly despicable, evil shit to get herself at the top level. And everyone kind of goes, what? But she's so wholesome. She is responsible for more like waste as an individual artist than any artist that has ever existed.
Like her environmental impact, you're saying?
Yeah, her environmental impact with vinyls that she creates alone, not her jets, but her vinyls that she continually reprints and re-releases with some new thing altered, right when some other female celebrity or female artist that's climbing the charts that is someone that she should be uplifting, frankly, her whole message of inclusivity and women celebrating women. No, she's one of the most cutthroat alive. Don't even know. So every time some other female artist is releasing a pop album, anything that might threaten her celebrity or success or her stranglehold she has on the American populace and the American pop music scene, she releases a remastered vinyl album that is some sort of collector's item that she has created to be a collector's item specifically to make herself relevant while, I don't know, Billie Eilish or Doja Cat or some other person is releasing an album at the same time. And Billie Eilish actually spoke out about it as like, I've been approached a lot to do the same thing, and it feels scummy to me. I'm paraphrasing her, but she's like, one, it's scummy because of the environmental impact. Like, vinyl is incredibly hard. I mean, go to Billie Eilish for saying it. Like, someone had to say it. Like, producing that much vinyl, and not all of it gets sold. So what happens to it? It goes to landfills, or it sits in warehouses, where it eventually goes to a landfill. And vinyl does not break down easily.
But nothing does. Like, everything truly...
But vinyl is, like, actually worse than most.
Is it as bad as a Tesla battery?
It is different. The, I guess, reason why it's not as immediately bad is it's not going to catch fire in the same way. But vinyl is really, really, really toxic to, like, mammals, for example, when it starts breaking down.
Oh my god, Taylor Swift hates animals.
Taylor Swift hates a lot of things. I think she hates most of the people that go to her shows.
I don't know about that. Listen, I'm not a fan of hers. I don't hate her, but I don't think that she is, like, diabolical.
I do.
Okay. I think I have a pretty decent read on people. I've met a lot of different people from a lot of walks of life.
Never trust anyone with a six-figure PR team. That is a rule that every thinking person should abide by.
I don't know.
100%.
Although, I thought Tyler...
She has a whole department.
I thought you were, like a solid dude, and now I know you're just a fucking psychopath. So.
Yeah, just keep it on.
I mean, that guy that you were showing us the photos that you gave him your number earlier that was talking about your cowboy boots. Like, come on, Leah.
Oh, why you... That was a lapse of judgment. I told him that he was not going to date me. I told him that you could be my friend.
You should always be cautious.
Now he's blocked.
Most guys view, oh, I'm not dating, or anytime someone says that overtly as like a challenge of like...
It's not a challenge.
No, I know, but like, in the same way women give women bad dating advice, men give men very bad dating advice.
I'm just offended by these objectively unattractive men hitting on me. It's never hot men hitting on me. It's always the uggos. Ugly men, leave me alone, okay? I will sooner fuck your dad. Just out of spite. I'm over it. I don't want to be... I'd rather be approached by no men at all than continue to be basically only approached by ugly men.
We gotta bring it to Equinox or something.
You also need to get out of Orange County.
I hate this place. I hate this place so much.
Should be just chill.
Yeah, but there's a lot of gassed up, like, lower mids that have money and made some success. And because of dating apps and being able to take some chicks out on their boat or something that they're renting, it has men having, because they have more access to more women that they otherwise wouldn't, thinking that they are higher up on the attractiveness scale in the same way that a lot of women that are maybe in like the middle section of the 1 to 10 attractiveness have access to hotter men, and the hotter men realize, oh hey, it's easy for me to like sleep with a 6. I'm not, I'm gonna have a great time and I find her attractive, but also like it's just gonna be a hookup and that's it. Meanwhile, these women over here have a up jump sense of their own attractiveness, and it's an interesting thing because it seems to be like a negative feedback cycle that affects both sexes in like a cyclical Ouroboros type way. Because it's the same sort of people that get kind of caught up into it.
Ouroboros?
The dragon eating its own tail. It's a sign of like negative infinity.
I know what you're talking about.
I thought you were talking about like the
Aurora Borealis.
the Northern Lights.
The Aurora Borealis. Or the Aurora Australis.
Listen, I know I'm not like the hottest bitch you've ever seen in your life, but I don't deserve what I have been,
I was telling one of our coworkers that she's like, I'm only date ugly man, and the rest of us were like, gotta raise your standards. Let's do this.
To your point, that's what I was getting at, is that guys out here, because they have business success or money, have this overinflated sense of their attractiveness because of the access they have to more attractive women with less scruples.
Yeah.
Well, because of social media.
Yes,
like social media and DMs and all that stuff. But you also, have you ever seen men's like pickup advice to other men on social media? Most of it's actual trash.
I know, you did it like 3 episodes ago.
As in me giving advice? And frankly, that was great advice. It's just not good advice for you kids. No. See, some guys would have just... I'm not a fan. See? Different strokes for different folks.
Oh, you want to be stroked?
No, I do not want to be touched by feet. not that I'm like bothered by it.
I love that Tyler just like kind of slowly turns away.
We're just not feet guys in this family.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you called my feet dogs, which I haven't forgotten.
He is a thigh man.
I said let the dogs out.
Right.
I did not call them directly dogs.
Well, they're not